Hello YouTube! Welcome to another beer review with me, Peter. Again in my room, felt like a second beer after the India Ale. So it's going to be sort of a mini-series of Samuel Smith beers. It's going to be the Samuel Smith Organic Best Ale. It is one of their organic beers, and they actually brew quite a few organic beers. It is a 500 milliliter bottle, and it's in 5% alcohol by volume. And it says here, ingredients: water, organically grown malted barley, yeast, organically grown hops, and carbon dioxide. There's not much info on this bottle at all. So I thought I would look it up on their website. But first off, I could say here, it says the malt and hops used to brew this beer have been grown organically without the use of chemicals. Yeah. Well, of course it should be. But it says here, that's pretty. It got some awards, and this award here is from 1898, from the International Brewers Exhibition in Leeds. They've been awarded a medal, awarded to Samuel Smith, the old brewery Tadcaster, for mild and bitter beers and stouts. That's pretty cool. And it's really like. Looks like this is the label they've always used for this beer. It's pretty cool, like an old industrial 1800s label. That's pretty cool in my opinion. But if I can just find the beer here, Organic Ale. There is some history about it. Samuel Smith Organic Ale is reminiscent of the early 20th century brews, not only in the brewing process and flavor, but label designs as well. Certified organic by the USDA accredited UK Sauce Association. Taste: a delicately flavored golden ale in which subtle fruity esters from the Samuel Smith yeast strain, intact with a background of maltiness and fresh hops. Serving suggestions: Dungeness crab salad, free-range herb chicken, hummus, smoked salmon and masala. 7 traditional Samuel Smith Nonic. So I love that they have food pairings about the beer, but it's weird that this one doesn't have any info really. But this one is also due to expire next month, so I thought I would review this. The style for this beer is it's a bitter or a British bitter, and I really like British bitters. It's a really easygoing ale that you can drink a whole lot of without getting buzzed. And it's a really a nice session beer. Have no expectations for this whatsoever. This shouldn't be the best beer from Samuel Smith at all. Wow, it's light in color. This is probably the lightest bitter I've ever seen in my entire life. Wow, it's almost the same color as a lager. It's a cloudy yellow color, but just fairly cloudy. It's sort of a fizzy head on this one, which I'm sure is going to evaporate like instantly. But it's funny that it's a yellow color. I didn't expect that at all. Let's check out the aromas of this Samuel Smith beer. Okay, it's very strange. I instantly get an aroma of raspberry. What the? I know they brew fruity beers, but raspberry? In a bitter? That's weird. That's very weird. But there is also some malts. Very sweet malts. Raspberry? Yeah, raspberry. I don't know why. That must be the fruitiness in this beer. There's definitely some raspberry. But overall malty, and that raspberry fruity aroma. That raspberry is sour raspberries. That's strange. But then again, some malts, but it's not a really powerful aroma at all. Let's dig in, give it a taste. That's really light. Really light body, first off. It is very drinkable. Okay, not really any raspberry. Yeah, there's sort of sour note, but definitely not sour raspberries. Doesn't have much taste, actually. Not as good as the Fiddler's Elbow. That was a bit as well. A bit watery. Quite malty. Very malty. Sweet malts. Slight amount of caramel. Not as much as in the India Ale. Sort of a bready type of malt as well. Slight amount of hops. Like a tiny amount of citrus grassy hops. Not as good as the Fiddler's Elbow at all. It's weaker in flavor. And very watery, but it's very refreshing and very drinkable. It's not skunky or anything bad in any way, but sort of that sour raspberry in the aroma. That's weird. But overall, this is a decent, above average bitter. I like it. It's not the best beer, and it isn't going to amaze you in any way, but it is a recommendation from me. The Samuel Smith Organic Best Ale. There you have it. Very light in color. I'm going to rate this I think I'm going to rate it a 65, because it is above average. Like 50 is average, and like it's bordering up to become like a good beer. But it's just for me a bit above above average. But check it out. It is a recommendation because it is good. Check out the Samuel Smith Organic Best Ale. See what you think. Let me know what you think if you've had it. And cheers, guys. Check out my other reviews. Subscribe if you like my videos, and I'll see you in the next beer review.